people did a create a player on 2K, or like if you asked a 6-year-old to draw a sketch of a basketball player, right, they would look like you.
The San Antonio Spurs have unleashed a master plan for their second dynasty. The Spurs have only ever had 2 second overall picks prior to choosing Victor Wembanyama. First, they picked some random dude nicknamed the Admiral, David Robinson. Then in 1997, they got some other tall person who turned out to be okay, I guess, Tim freaking Duncan. Every single time the Spurs pick, it's a hit. As for other teams with a top pick, such as in 2017 when the 76ers picked up Markelle Fultz, or in 2013 when the Cavs scooped up Anthony Bennett, or the pick that still makes me cry myself to sleep at night when my Raptors chose
Andrea Bargnani from Italy.
Sigh. But what makes Wemby look like he was created in a video game? There is a special thing casual fans don't know about. It's the reason why he can make this play here, as he is in drop coverage, which usually gives up open threes. Look how he covers an insane amount of ground to help contest the shot. Even one-on-one against guards, as Wemby gets matched up against the quicker player, and the step-back 3 leaves him totally out of position. He is still able to get that nasty block. Well, the answer to all of this is not because he is 7'2", it's actually because he has an 8-foot wingspan. To put this in perspective, this would put Wemby among the lankiest to play in the current NBA. Not only that, but he would be in the mix with the longest wingspans in the history of the game. Now, one of the biggest knocks on Victor Wembanyama is that he is not super strong, but after watching hours of game film, I've found some important clips. Look here against Bryson Williams, who's 25 years old, 6'9", 240 pounds, and has a 7'2" wingspan. I love how Wembanyama takes the contact as he tries to spin inside, but he is met with extreme force. So watch how he counters as he digs his right leg super low, shoving Williams onto his heels, giving him full access to his spin move. And my friends, this spin move right here is insanely gooder. He sets this one up with a low crossover move, but look where he starts this spin. He is literally outside of the key at the free throw line, and in 2 steps, he manages to not only spin, but get to the rim for the dunk. Look how his defender on this play is playing him for that spin move, which opens up that straight line drive. A great tip on attacking is get your shoulders lower than your defenders, even if you're a frickin' giant. Great play design here, which depends on having strength inside. You can see how Wemby here gets a seal from setting that down screen inside. His team doesn't have the angle to throw that in, so they flash into the high post. Wemby then spins, doesn't lose an inch of space during that entire sequence. Now, Victor is also an insane shooter, but there is one thing that I'm not a huge fan of, and that's that he plants his heels on the ground on his jump shots. You can see here that when he takes the shot, he's actually not on his toes. What this does is it makes your shot a little bit slower, and it can hurt that weight transfer. However, Wemby does some legendary things with his shot, especially considering that height. He actually has really good balance. As you can see, his shoulders are above his toes here. I also like the amount of spin that he gets on the ball. Now, you're actually supposed to get at least 2.5 rotations on the ball, so then if it hits the rim, you get that soft bounce. And on this shot here, I'm counting 1, 2, 3 and a bit, 3.5 rotations on that attempt. A guy this tall is not supposed to have range like this. Look here as he does his best Kevin Durant impersonation with that step back 3, and then a little Luka side to side action hit you with that step back through the legs. Then we get a little bit of the Giannis Euro step to a dunk. The Kyrie one-step dribble to the right. He's also got a step back that looks similar to that guy who defeated a bunch of aliens. And Spurs fans are gonna like this one, shades of Tim Tam Slam without the bank shot. But what makes him Victor freaking Wembanyama is this.
Wembanyama trying to find some room. This is the running shot. Oh, and he makes it!
The 1-foot shot from the 3-point line. You can't hit this unless you have incredible balance and touch. And we haven't even talked about it yet, but this part is what makes me truly believe he could have been made in NBA 2K. Now, Wemby seemingly has it all, but I do have concerns that he is averaging more turnovers than assists this season. However, so did Jamal Murray. And you can see in this video how this is clearly not a problem anymore.